might go, oh no, is this? Um, so there's so there's something positive wherever something's negative. Um, the word the word devil actually tries to wake us up to the dangers of dairy. Um, the letter D and E is passing along the fresh air, but do you really want to have um, milk? Um, how fast does it go bad? And the letter V is grouping, and then the letter IL has been actually timed when I come across the Arabic language or the Indian language to wake us up to the dangers of cheese and how it has actually killed people everywhere, and it still does. It still kills people everywhere. People can eat it without getting sick, but they should be taught um, to either stay away from it or learn how to not get sick if they're going to consume it. It is one of the most dangerous things. Um, Cheese. Anyways, so I think doing comic books um, and doing this for people will be a very beautiful experience. Um, I really want to do this in a way that's not making people go crazy, though. So you'll actually witness how these comics and stuff like that are actually trying to help them fix the delusion and trying to be more helpful and not paranoid. So what happens when you turn everything that is potentially a violent message into something that isn't? This is where the miracle will be found if you are, waking up early enough to remember your dreams and remember them. And what I do is I basically I set my alarm an hour earlier and I hit snooze, so that every 10 minutes, I lay there and I think, what was my dream about? Or, I want to understand what happened in the dream and remember it so that for the rest of my day. And it will actually connect to what I'm going to be coming across. And it will give me a very beautiful experience that's trying to wake me up to providing the longest lifespans for everybody, right? Because something lives inside of us that wants us to continue going on and everything else. So I've got this comic book here, Adam Among the Gods. Okay, isn't this interesting? So if you use the language of Adam on my website, hello, a Roblox CEO, I don't know. Adam Among the Gods. So there's yellow, people in yellow, and there's 6 of them. So 6 has represented putting out the fire. You'll see how to use the language of Adam. It's basically teaching math. So this is a green, and then this is yell ow or distant. And now, what do we have here? So here it's warning us to the dangers of trusting ourselves while drinking. And so she has the color purple and pink, so it's asking us, or it's you surrendered to a drink, and then it's waving. And then there's pink on the never side. So over here, you'll find to leave the moon on where the left foot goes, right? And this is basically just trying to wake us up to not spend time west of garbage and stuff like that. So this is very simple. Where are those people? Maybe it's a cat trying to get married. People have decided to create letter Q's for their pets, and the cat is suddenly horned. And they're like, choose our animal instead. Our animal wants a cat. anyways. So, you know, we've been preparing for this, but we need to make sure that it's peaceful and not people are using it to, you know, do something. Or maybe we don't want them to be delusional. We don't want them to get stuck on something, anything negative. So here, right here, see, they are beautiful. Here are beautiful people. So right here, a beautiful person may be at more risk of drink. Like, what is going to be found in a drink? And then we have names that are found in the world, and somebody might be thinking, did somebody put something in my drink? Well, if you actually look further in this name, the letter P is dreaming or sailing, and the letter U would be separating, right? T is gifting, checking the time if it's not ready. I and N would mean bringing justice for food or what was drank or something like that. But somebody could be accused that didn't do anything. And how often is this happening right now because of Russia? So you see right here with these missiles, they're trying to wake up the reader or other people that heartburn is heartburn. But a person that is experiencing heartburn might be actually thinking that people are poisoning the person or trying to kill them. I actually was one of these people. I wasn't asking people to do anything evil. I wasn't asking people to get revenge. I wasn't asking people. I was just concerned that this was happening. Because, you know, that's just how it is with beautiful people or famous people or whatever. I mean, it's just important to be careful of where we're getting our food and drink and everything. And, well, the main problem was people using social media to con people, and they were conning people, trying to make me out to be somebody that I wasn't, so that they could con people for money or something. But yeah, I'm totally safe, normal, not, you know, that's why I had to take those lie detector tests to show that I wasn't violent or anything. So, they're beautiful. Here's this person, and now it's, whoa, the rectangle. Stay away from the rectangle, you're great. It's kind of like asking me to quit smoking. And the gray has been, was the last color that I rolled on the dice for Palm B or whatever. And it's found in her Google picture and everything. Gray is on over the left shoulder, which means working harder for our kids. I've been dreaming about them. You see, what's found with the name Tommy? There's gifting or checking the time if it's not ready. O is like making sure something happens. And then 2 M's is moved or the need to move or something like that. Maybe it found one of the locations on the zigzag with it might be like a zigzag, and every single M is the next marker that you come across. Our ancestors would come across entrails, and they would look at the runes and go, where's the next marker at? And then they would find it. So they stride like gods through an Olympus of their own making. So there are clouds. So I'm going to be, you know, adding to what things have become and what things, so that to help people to be able to do this. It's really fun. Women, chins uplifted in noble splendor. So what did I say that chins were? Digging. Digging and working. Yes, because when a person is digging and you're only going to see their chin, that's what it means. In noble splendor. Chins uplifted in noble splendor. Skin clear and perfect as statuary smile, satisfied in their own perfection. Men, muscles rippling, eyes clear and purposeful, steer their families through the pitfalls of modern living with skill. Safe, insight, and purpose. Oh, don't leave. Okay, so look at this girl. She's checking. So this girl's got her back. She's agreeing to watch her back. And her belt is agreeing to what's back there. So this guy's basically having heartburn, and he's like getting paranoid, I guess. So much smiling. So many couples satisfied with what their world, their technology has given them. A person can become delusional when they have lack. A person can become delusional because of a mouse hair. A hair on their mouse. Have you ever seen your mouse suddenly jump on the screen? What if it did it in a way that was like meaningful? And so you actually believe that there were people on your computer that weren't on your computer, and they were trying to get you to do this or that. That's actually real. So here's this column here. Column has represented turning people to stone. It has represented respecting privacy. It has represented Medusa. So turning to stone basically means, don't look at me. Within 3 generations, I have watched them rise to this godhood. Indeed, it is possible the world will never again think in terms of generations. In terms of generations. Right now, people are waking up to what we are doing and how it might be affecting the past with every next thing that we do. That's a very interesting idea, but it also could create another kind of delusion. No one has died since those born before me. Because of this, in this world of gods, I am most hallowed. So this girl's wearing Stay Away From Me. And the reason for this is because she has short hair. Hair has the word air. So that would represent marriage. So it's stay away from, stay away from that. They are beautiful. What's this guy doing? A green? He's holding it up. So there's a direction. Ow. Infancy is like intimacy. I was the breakthrough that changed everything. The first genetically altered human to live past infancy. Genetically altered human. Interesting. The father who made me called... Hey, that's kind of true because of what happened with me. There was a shot that I needed so that I wouldn't reject my mom's blood, because it's very possible I would have, and I would have died without this shot, because my dad was O positive and my mom was AB negative. The father who made me called me Adam. It wasn't my dad, because he knew I was the first, the father of a new humankind. See, it's not going to be me, of course, but I'm using addition, so I'm going to see myself somewhere. That's the whole point. So who drew on this? Isn't that cool? There's a child with the sun, so that's meant an eternal echo. and there's a sun, and you know it's on that side. And so there are these kids here, and this girl has the long hair there. This is the girl that you're going to want to agree with the most, right? This girl here, she has shorter hair. Are you sure you want to test that? Are you sure you want to check her out? And then this rocket, where does it go? Where is his mind right now? The first generation after me was free of disease. This genetic predisposition to sickness of all kinds has been isolated and removed from the genetic code. That is interesting, and that's actually something possible in the future. First generation babies developed bodies with cells that repelled free radicals. Whoa. That repelled free radicals. Nevermore would we know death from old age. What? Are they completely control freaks? That's kind of, scary. That's true. What's this? People are together. People are together forever. That is cute. So the cheeks mean you've had too much, and they're together. The second generation following me was free of deformities. Cracking our common genetic code allowed geneticists to tweak, they're from Germany, to tweak perfection out of every new baby, being of white European descent. They chose the Greek ideal. I said that because of the name Germ. Are there any germs? Second generation babies grew to physical perfection, since they were no longer ashamed by any characteristic shared with the rest of the human population. Clothes became optional and sex recreational. So they're not showing her heel right there, because she's not a slut. I need to add that too. So heels, clouds, I need to make notes here. Help people be able to do this. It's really fun. Second generation babies grew to physical perfection, since they were no longer ashamed by any characteristic shared with the rest of the human population. Clothes became optional and sex recreational. I read that. So this is surrender. So the fist is hooking up another man. So it basically means teasing. It basically means teasing and helping the other men. Making sure that they're not jealous is what this is actually meaning right here. That's what this girl with the shorter hair is doing. And so you'll understand all this when you just look at the, language of Adam. It's very simple. It's just math. Third generation babies were intelligence enhanced. First and second generation scientists discovered a genetic key to unlock unused portions of the brain. Interesting. And you can see X marks the spot because it is the small intestine, perhaps, that our memory, that's always taking us to a different body in a different time period. That might be true. So, the industrial world's new humans began a program to bring their miraculous health treatments to the third world. By the time the third generation reached puberty, every human baby on Earth was a new human. I felt like right there it was connecting me to people that are going to watch this in a really long time from now, and I'm dead. And they're like, wow, they didn't even know. They didn't even know about the small intestine back then. As the first, I am revered, almost worshipped by these godlike humans. See yourself. There's a rectangle. Somebody goes, that's too much. Don't show them what's inside of you. See, be careful of sharing what I just said. You would think people would bow down to the geneticists, especially Dr. Duncan. He can talk about it. He can share it because it's done. It's been done. Grandson of Father Duncan, the man who birthed me. So this is basically saying, risk it. Just tell the world. Because this is Duncan's identity here. He's bald, though. That would represent people between us and a double. Sometimes I think the good doctor is avoiding the acclaim due him. Isn't that weird and interesting? To think of how many other cultures have already done this out there right now, maybe. That's also scary too. Today is my checkup. I am always in the best of health, but Dr. Duncan insists on continuing the work of his grandfather. It's okay, I have nothing better to do, and government grants pay both of our expenses. Now that's a really interesting idea. Whenever we use a memory, it's where it brings everybody. Just seeing, just when they hear about mass spending time, or they see a graph with a planet and there's and it's pulling, you know. Once you have seen that, do you know too much? Because when you think about the body and how the human body works, it's going to be the same thing. There's something inside that's using our heavier weight that's connecting to another body in the past. That body is caught in fate, which has the word ate in it, like ate food. There's my best patient. How are we doing today? I have heartburn. Just kidding. I am your only patient, doctor. Or have you forgotten that yours is a dying profession? I'm hanging on. Let's put you on the table and have a look at you. Wow. So now it's warning the readers of somebody that might want to cover it up. Yes, I am worshipped and undying, and so helplessly alone. Uh-oh. How is that son of yours, doctor? Is he still a member of that extremist group? Yes, Chris. Yes, Chris is young, with a young man's rebellious heart. Sooner or later, he'll come to his senses. This is Chris here. He's ready to direct that. Adam among the gods. Very interesting. So this is a comic book from what year? When did this come out? Very cool though. So don't worry about these names, you know? People can go crazy. Does Gary know what I did as a child and I messed up? Did I scoot away and double cross somebody? Did I, that's all nonsense. But a person is forced to start at their location anytime they look anywhere. And when they're using enough addition, they're going to see their own guilt everywhere. And they might think, oh no, people are going to see what I did because I can see it. And it's right there. And it's very noticeable. But it's actually not. They want to focus on good things and beautiful things, not double-crossing people or whatever. Seductions. So the vampire has represented women checking out his picture. Does he want them to leave and go away because he's married? That's for you to find out. If you're a girl and think he's good looking, right? So the vampires have kind of represented, it's kind of like been the merfolk of the future. Vampirism, levitating has meant fantasizing of another person, using them as like a mermaid or a merfolk, which would mean basically, I'm going to think about this person while I save myself for somebody else. And those that are participating in the celebration that I created will be creating lists of all the people that they thought about and did this with, so that they can do things to make sure that their partner is the most attractive person in the world during those moments that they do these things for them. Or they'll have that goal and that intent because of the thou shall not covet or whatever to fix it. Because we've been taught to use mermaids. We've been taught to do this to save ourselves.